Welcome to this Excel basic tutorial chapter number 1 for beginners. I'll be showing you most of the basics that you need to know in order to get started with Microsoft Excel. And by the end of watching all the beginning chapters, you will say Excel is easy. I'm using 2016 version of Excel. Now you might be using an older or a newer version of Excel, but nearly 90% of what I'm going to show you will be applicable. Now before starting up working with the data in Excel, you need to know some important terms and the layout of an Excel worksheet. I want you to remember these terms because I'm going to use them in the next chapters. This is how it looks when you open a new Excel workbook. Now what you see here in the center top, it's the name of the Excel workbook. As of now, the workbook is showing as book 1, but if you save this with some other name, that name will appear. The data entry in Excel and saving options I will cover in the next chapters. Now the next is sheets. Sheets are nothing but you can assume these are the pages of this workbook. You can add many sheets by just clicking on this plus button, and you can rename them as per your choice. The next what you see here are the scroll bars. These are used to navigate, or you can say to move to the right, left, up and down through your Excel sheet. Next what you see here is the zoom button. This zoom button you can zoom in and zoom out. The maximum you can go up to 400% and the lower up to 10%. This also will be covered in my next class because in this video we are mainly focusing on understanding some important terms and the layout. These are called tabs. We have File, Home, Insert, Page Layout, etc. Each of this tab is very important. Now when you click on a particular tab, there will be a ribbon which will be opening. For example, this is the ribbon for Home tab. There will be a different ribbon for Page Layout. Similarly, we have different set of ribbon for each of these tabs. Each ribbon is connected to a particular tab. These are called groups. Now each group is divided as per the category like clipboard, font, alignment, number, styles, etc. And this is divided with this vertical line. As mentioned earlier, each ribbon is connected to a particular tab, and these ribbons are divided into different groups. Now you will notice that at the bottom right corner of some groups, there is this arrow button. We can call them as launch button. When you click on this launch button, it will give you more options. Now what Microsoft has done here is, they tried to fit all the page layout option on this ribbon, but due to limited amount of space, whatever was not fitting in the group, they have provided in this launch button. Spreadsheets are made of rows and columns. These are called rows. There are more than 16,000 rows, which is good enough to perform your task. As I mentioned earlier, you can use this horizontal scroll bar to navigate them. Similarly, we have columns. These are columns. There are more than 1 million columns. You can use the vertical scroll bar to navigate and move towards up and down. This area, which is constructed of rectangular boxes, is the main worksheet. You will be doing all the calculations in this area. Each rectangle in this area is called a cell, and the entire worksheet is made up of cells. It is very important for you to understand more in depth about these cells, so please listen carefully. When I click on any particular cell, it becomes an active cell, meaning you can type any data or enter any formula into that cell. Each cell is having its unique identity, or in simple words, you can say it's the name of a cell. This name will appear in this name box. A cell is nothing but an intersection between a row and a column. In this case, you can see row number 3 is intersecting with column number 3. That's why the cell name is C3. Confused? Okay, let me give another example. If I click on another cell, now the reference has changed to B4 because row number B is intersecting with column number 4. It is very exciting and powerful because it has a name. You can describe it and you can command Excel to do certain things with the content in each cell. In addition to rows, columns, and cells, there is another part of Excel which you need to know about, and that is a range. Now, range is a group of cells that are together, and guess what? Just like cells, range can also be named. In this example, the name of the range will be the first cell, that is C7, through G7. So the range name will be C7 through G7. Let's take the second example. Here the first cell is C10 and the last cell is C21. So it is called C10 through C21. Now what if your range is more than one row and column? Here you have to consider the first cell on the left, that is F11, and the last cell on the right, that is P20. Remember, if your range is more than one row or a column, it will be always diagonal. So in this case, it will be F11 through P20. Now there are many things which you can do with the help of this range. I shall show you in the next chapters. One final thing I would like to cover in this introductory video is the formula bar. This formula bar shows the content of the current cell and allows you to create and view formulas. Now you might think, why do I need to see the formula bar when I can already see the content of the cell in my spreadsheet? But let me explain. In this example, we have the names of few individuals and their monthly salaries. When I click on this cell, you can see the same amount will appear in this formula bar. Similarly, when I click on this cell, it will show me 3000. This cell will show me 2000. These are basically the same values which are mentioned in the cell. But here is why we need to use the formula bar. When I click on the total, the value in the cell is 10,000. But when you see the formula bar, it will show me the equation that is used to calculate this 10,000. In this case, it is the sum of the three individuals. This I can only come to know when I see the formula bar. All of this basic information, in my opinion, gives you a good foundation to understand the basics of Excel. Please continue to watch all the chapters to learn more. If you learned something from this video, like and subscribe to this channel, and please comment if you have some questions or suggestions. I will try to answer all of you all. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.